Okay everybody, today we're going over a Python script, and the objective of this script is it pulls configuration settings from a file and it sets each line of the file to an array. An array is basically it's like a variable, except you could put more than one piece of information in it. Now these three imports here are not really necessary, but I just go ahead and throw them in there because I use them a lot. So don't forget, you start with your shebang line. User bin env. Then we create a function. I'm calling it get smtp because this particular script is being used on my email script, email program. So define your function. Then we do a with open, path to the file, R for read. That there says as ins colon, and that's the name of the variable that we're going to use in the for loop, ins. So it's important to set your variables and arrays to global if you're going to be using them outside of the function. So the first thing I do here is I'm calling the array and I'm making it global so that I can use it down here in another functions. So then we do a for loop. We're going to call the variable in the for loop line, and we're going to pull it out of ends, which is each line of the file. And then we do this nifty little command right here, array.append line. Line is from the for loop. So we take each line from the file and we append it to the empty array. And then down here in this other function called get smtp, what it does, and it's pretty cool. And I'll show you this on the computer as well. What we do here is, the reason I import sys up here is because we're using it right here. What this nifty command does is, in between the quotation marks here, that runs a command in the terminal, and since I'm using Linux, this is going to be a Linux command. What this command does here, this x terminal emulator -e nano /file path to file, is it opens up the configuration file in the nano editor and the Linux terminal. So we can set that up, save it, etc. And of course we call our functions by just typing in the function name. And don't forget this, and real quick while we're on the topic here, make sure you use indentations, code blocks. Every time you do a for, you indent. Every time you do a with, you indent. Every time you define a function, you indent. So back down here, how we call the data out of the array is as displayed right here. Array brackets 0, 1, 2, etc. and that will pull the pieces of information out of there. For instance, the first line in the file will be array 0. The second line will be 1. It always starts with 0, and the third one 2, etc. So real quick, let's show you what this looks like. Computer, of course, and we'll go ahead and navigate to our directory. Python pull from config.py. That's the name of the file. We're going to go ahead and execute it. And as you can see, it opens up the configuration file. That's what I have in there. And since I only pulled the first 3 pieces of information from the array, it's only displaying those. But there you have it, the user, pass, and subject. Sorry about the camera not focusing. And the SMTP server. Those are all pulled from the configuration file above. And now we can plug those array, the data from the array, into the application and use it as needed. And if you have any questions, please comment below, let me know. If you found this video helpful, please let me know too, and I hope that was thorough. I'm going to do some more videos on here. I'll show how to send emails in Python, and how to make a button, a GUI style button that you can click that will execute a function. So until next time, I'm Scott.